love you.
I love you, Daddy Feels.
Yep. Say thanks for subscribing and watching.
Thanks for watching. Let's watch the show.
Bye-bye. Sorry about that tomfoolery. Now we shall get to our video. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. Bam, I know I am, because we're getting to do the Doors. Like, come on, dude. Like, I used to listen to the Doors a lot on here, and now it's been a dry spell of the Doors. So I'm glad to be going back to them. Thank you to our patron Tom for picking them. We're doing 2 tracks off of Morrison Hotel, which is Peace Frog and Blue Sunday. I think I have heard a live version of one of these songs, if I'm not mistaken, but I've never heard the studio track. So I'm very interested in hearing that. Apparently, I think yesterday or the day before, a day premiere, which is January 13th, 2026, it was like they got inducted to... in the was it the Hollywood? I can't remember if it was the Hollywood, like the whatever, the streets of Hollywood, or it was the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But if it took them that long to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that is a crime against humanity. So I don't know. So we're doing those 2 tracks. I'll link my Doors playlist above my head, which, like I said, I've covered them pretty extensively. They are one of my favorite bands, and they are also one of my most listened to bands outside of the channel, like personally. Obviously, the first 2 albums, man, that is something special right there. All right, leave a like, comment, subscribe, check out our Patreon and PayPal, blah, blah, blah. All right, Peace Frog, The Doors. 3, 2, 1, go. John Densmore, baby.
She bled in the streets up to my thigh. Yeah, the river ran down the legs of the city.
Robbie's killing it too. Oh, holy shit, Robbie.
Indians scattered on Dawn's highway bleeding. Ghosts crowd the young child's fragile eggshell mind. Blood in the streets in the town of New Haven. Blood stains the roofs and the palm trees of Venice. Blood in my love in the terrible summer. Bloody red sun of fantastic LA. Blood screens the brain and chop off the fingers.
Goddamn, Jim Morrison, baby.
Blood will be born in the birth of a nation. Blood is the rose of mysterious union. Dead blood in the streets, it's up to my ankles. Blood in the streets, it's up to my knee. Blood in the streets, the town of Chicago. Blood on the rise is following me.
What?
I found my own true love was on a blue Sunday.
Ray is a god, bro.
My girl awaits for me in tender time. My girl is mine. She is the world. She is my girl.
This is unique even for them, bro. Those synths are absolutely heavenly, bro. So's the guitar.
My girl awaits for me in tender time. My girl is mine. She is the world. She is my girl.
That was one of the most just gorgeous sounding tracks I've ever heard in my life. Just from the very first second, from when the segue from Peace Frog into that, it was very abrupt, but it worked so well, man. Like, I was thinking about this as I was listening to it. I was like, they were just like the perfect combination of a super tight instrumental outfit with with Jim Morrison. You know what I mean? Like, who's a very talented songwriter in his own right in so many ways, and his mystical charisma, persona, the facade that he, you know, showed to the world for entertainment. That man was special, you know. He's a very special dude who was raised in some very interesting circumstances, you know what I mean? So he had a very warped worldview, but it's usually the ones with the warped worldviews that see things for what they really are, because I think all the world is just kind of like an illusion of sorts. You kind of have to see past the illusion to really see what's going on, because there are things that are actually happening, but a lot of what we experience and see, I feel like, are very flawed or tampered with in a way. So it takes people like Jim to see things for how they really are. Or he was just batshit crazy. You know what I mean? You can pick whatever way you want to go with it. I'm going to go with the first one because I see a lot of depth and a lot of longing in his lyrics. It's always about love. It's always about, even like when you go back to the first album, like they were kind of a mix of like a 50s sounding band, but like this warped 60s persona and sound to it. And it's so beautiful. They're like a lounge band, but like it's a lounge band on acid, and they go so many places they're very dark, but they also go to these very light places as well that, like, I can't imagine that with what that song sounds like, the second one. It's like some celestial waterfall in some far distant planet, but it's like nothing we've ever seen here on Earth, and you just like, wow, you're experiencing it, and it's just this like cascade of, I don't know, man, just belonging. Like, it just had such great feeling to it. Like, it was like someplace you were supposed to be. You know, that's the best way to describe that song. It felt very inviting and warm, and it's just, wow. And the first one was a rocker, obviously. I really, really dug that. I think Robbie really showed his chops throughout both of these songs because, you know, so many people forget about, you know, the instrumental side of the Doors. And not Ray. Everyone knows Ray. But, like, you know, John Densmore, Robbie, like, they're just all of them, they're all so talented at what they do, and they bring this sound to life. Like I say, it's like a warped 50s, early 60s lounge band with, like, lots of peyote, some acid, you know what I mean? It has that 60s psychedelic feel to it. You can feel it in, like, the undertow of the songs. Like, it's just, it's so goddamn good. And I know the Doors have a lot of haters, and, you know, it is what it is. I've seen them in my comment section, but, like, whatever. Fuck you. I don't care. These guys rock. And they're definitely one of my favorite bands that I found on here. Even though, like, the movie from Oliver Stone wasn't accurate at all of, like, what actually happened. But there's just, like, this feeling, there's this, like, this mystique that they had where it's, like, they're singing about more than what they're singing about. Like, there's actually, like, some substance and some depth and maybe some mystery to this band, you know what I mean? And it's just utterly fantastic. Like, I can't get enough of them. And especially, like I said, the first two albums are so special. And, the Soft Parade's all right. It's got its moments. But Morrison Hotel is like the one album I really haven't dived into that much. Like I've done a couple songs from it, but not like the full thing like I did for the other ones. So it's nice to hear this sort of like West Coast, like, maybe like Southwest sound. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's not Northern California. It's Southern California, which I know that's like where LA and stuff is anyway. But like, it's got this like almost like going to New Mexico and Arizona. Like, it's just like you're on the road. Like the picture that they have for the album cover, it's got like that, I don't know, like off the beaten path sound, and it's so damn good, bro. Like it's intoxicating. You listen to it, and you're listening to one part, you listen to Peace Frog, and then bam, it just transitions into Blue Sunday, and it's just like, it's like what's it called? Is it Moonlight Drive? Was that the other song from the other album? It was sort of like in that vein. Like, it's got like this ethereal feeling to it. And I was sold on it. That was great. So yeah, thank you, Tom. That was excellent pick. I'm so glad the Doors are back. I have not listened to them in forever. If you guys have any suggestions from this album, or some live stuff or something I should check out, leave it down below, because I have covered most of their albums. I'd say that like my most replayed song is The End, because the intro to that song is, it's otherworldly. Like, it's almost like there's nothing that's ever been written like that before. Like, there is such a spiritual feeling to their music that it's hard to describe, you know what I mean? And I might sound like a fanboy, I don't care, you know what I mean? Like, I really dig them, and I almost feel like they help describe the world in a way that makes sense, because most things just don't make sense. We just pretend like it does, and we just go along with our day just to, get through the day. But the way that they approach things and their view of the world and the otherworldly stuff, it makes sense to me, and it resonates with me, and I appreciate that when you find that in music of all places, which the bands from the 60s and the 70s, there's almost like a religious sort of feeling to them in their own way, not like any other prescribed religion, but like their own dogma in a way, and it speaks to the soul in so many ways. Sorry for getting a little deep in this video. The Doors deserve it. I really do appreciate their music, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, check out our Patreon and PayPal. If you want to help support the channel, that is the way to do it. It'd be much appreciated, I'm not gonna lie. So thanks for watching. Adios.